Alright, in today's lesson, we're going to be looking at solving linear equations. Now, a linear equation is just a problem that has a variable in there. So it's an equation that has a variable I'm going to solve for the variable. Okay? So how do we solve a linear equation? Now, the first thing that we do is... Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to group like terms together and we're going to simplify. Because we're going to start with the simplest one. So let's say we had x plus 4 is equals to 11. And we're trying to find the value of x. Now we could do this mentally. You say x plus what gives me 11. Okay? Now if you don't know, what we'd have done, we'd have used the balancing method. The balancing method just states that we want the x to remain on this side of operating sign and the 4 to go over here. So what we would do to get rid of this 4, we'd have minus 4 from here. And because it's an equation, because I minus 4 from here, I would minus 4 from there. So we'd have x is equals to 7. So 7 plus 4 gives me 11. Let's say we had now 2x plus 6 equals 10. 2x plus 4 plus 6 equals 10. So what we want to do is to put like terms on either side. So we need to remove this 6 by using the balancing method, or we're going to say we're going to transpose it over. So to get rid of this 6, we're going to minus 6. And because we minus 6 here, we minus 6 here. So 2x. So this is cancelled out. So 2x would be equal to 6 minus 4, which is 6 minus 10 minus 6, which is 4. And once we get to this stage, we see that 2x is equals to 4. So what we'll have to do is to divide both sides by the number with the variable. So divide that side by 2 and divide that side by 2, obtaining that x is equals to 2. Alright, now what if there was a bracket? Okay, what if there were brackets? So let's say we had 3x plus 2 is equals to 16. Okay, now problems like this, the first thing that you will have to do is to remove the bracket by using distributive law. Remember, the distributive law is what we use to remove the bracket, where we're just going to multiply what's outside the bracket by each term on the inside. Okay, so that's the first thing that we're going to do. So we're going to say 3 times x, 3x, 3 times 2, 6 is equals to 16. Then we're going to use the balancing method to get this 6 to get rid of this 6. We're going to subtract 6 from here and subtract 6 from here. So 6 from 6 on this side, we leave back with the 3x. And on the other side, we have 16 minus 6, which is 10. And then we're going to divide both sides by the number that is with the x. So we have x will be equal to 10 over 3, which gives us 3.333333333, etc., etc. Now what if we had a fraction? So we have x over 4 plus 2 is equals to 14. Now what if we had a problem like this? Seems almost impossible. Well, let's follow the steps again. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to remove this plus 2 by using the balancing method. So we're going to subtract 2 from here, subtract 2 from here. So we have x over 4 is equals to 12. Now here's what happened. Unlike the previous exercise where we had a whole number here, we know we have a fraction. So instead of dividing both sides, in this case we're going to multiply both sides by the number that is with the x. Why? Because we deal with a fraction. So if I multiply this by 4 over 1, what happens is the 4 cancels out, so we have x over here. And because I multiply this side by 4, I also multiply this side by 4. So x is equals to 48. So there you have it. Hope this video was informative.